Welcome to the Madison Miller Podcast. Today's Friday, March 3rd, 2023. College basketball, NBA, NHL, Major League Baseball, spring training, golf, soccer, NASCAR, news and notes, best bets, and monster show today. We'll start with college basketball. We'll go over everything from yesterday and look ahead to today's and the weekend's notable games. Sunbelt second round, South Alabama over App State 68-61. MVC first round, Northern Iowa over Illinois State 75-62. Sunbelt second round, Troy over Arkansas State 63-59. MVC first round, Indiana State over Evansville 97-58. Sunbelt second round, Texas State upsets Old Dominion 65-36. Patriot League quarterfinal, Army over BU 71-69 in overtime. Number 1 Houston over Wichita State 83-66. Patriot League quarterfinal, Colgate over Loyola Maryland 92-73. Patriot League quarterfinal, American over Navy, 52-51. Patriot League quarterfinal, Lafayette over Lehigh, 71-64. MVC first round, Murray State over Valpo, 78-50. Horizon League quarterfinal, Northern Kentucky over Oakland, 81-74. ASUN semifinal, Kennesaw State over Lipscomb, 81-71. ASUN semifinal, Liberty over Eastern Kentucky, 79-73. Temple over UCF, 57-55. Louisiana Tech over FIU, 77-76 in overtime. Manhattan over Siena, 67-66. Rider over St. Peter, 73-60. Iowa over Marist, 93-74. Illinois over Michigan, 91-87 in double overtime. Minnesota over Rutgers, 75-74. OVC quarterfinal, Southeast Missouri State over Tennessee State, 91-83. Fairfield over Quinnipiac, 92-82. SC Central over SC State, 71-64. Maryland Eastern over Delaware State, 64-58. Horizon League quarterfinal, Youngstown State over Detroit, 71-66. Horizon League quarterfinal, Milwaukee over Wright State, 87-70. Horizon League quarterfinal, Cleveland State over Robert Morris, 75-70 in overtime. Kappa State over Morgan State, 77-65. North Texas over Middle Tennessee, 64-50. FE over Rice, 103-74. UTSA over Charlotte, 78-73. Sunbelt second round, Georgia Southern over UL Monroe, 66-57. Grambling over Alabama A&M, 60-48. Alcorn State over Miss Valley State, 70-60. Number 4 UCLA over Arizona State, 79-61. Number 5 Purdue over Wisconsin, 63-61. WCC first round, Portland over San Diego, 92-74. Jackson State over Pine Bluff, 67-63. Memphis over SMU, 81-62. Southern over Alabama State, 66-52. Stanford over Oregon State, 83-60. Western Kentucky over UTEP, 73-68. Howard over Norfolk State, 87-67. Santa Barbara over UC Davis, 89-86. Missouri State over UIC, 74-57. MVC first round. Long Beach State over Bakersfield, 77-61. Hawaii over Northridge, 81-55. Irvine over Riverside, 75-65. OVC quarterfinal, UT Martin over SIU Edwardsville, 81-75. Number 8 Arizona over USC, 87-81. Wazoo over Washington, 93-84. Oregon over Cal, 84-51. WCC first round, Pacific over Pepperdine, 84-71. All right, Big South quarterfinal, Charleston Southern UNC Asheville at 12 o'clock. I have Asheville 17, total 144 and a quarter. And we have 9.5 and 144.5. I'm going to lay with Asheville. 1 o'clock, MVC quarterfinal, Northern Iowa, Bradley. My line's Bradley 9.7, total 135 and 19.20. So it's 9.5 and 134.5. Very close, slight over. Monmouth Hampton CAA first round play-in game essentially at 2 o'clock. My line is Monmouth 1.2, total 140 and 3/4. And it is Hampton 1.5, total 142.5. So I'm going to go with Monmouth plus the 1.5 and plus 104 to win. 2 o'clock, Gardner-Webb SC Upstate, Big South quarterfinal. My line is Gardner-Webb 2.3, total 135.5. That's 4.5 and 132.5. So I'm going to take the over. I agree with them about Gardner-Webb being the favorite. 3:30 MVC quarterfinal, Indiana State Belmont. My line's Belmont 1.3 to 147.25. And Indiana State's a 3.5 point favorite. Total's 152.5. Oh, where do I go here? The pick here is going to be the under. MVC quarterfinal. Oh, wait, we just did that. SoCon first round Citadel, Mercer 5 o'clock. My line is Mercer 3.7 total 138. And it's 6.5 and 134.5. I'm going to go with the over. 6 o'clock Campbell, Longwood, Big South quarterfinal. My line is Longwood 9.5 total 136 and 17/20. And we have 5.5 and 131.5. Over. ESPNU Akron, Kent State. My line is Kent State by 6 total 139 and 17/20. And we got 3.5 and 134.5. I'll take the over too. Toledo, Ball State, CBS Sports Network. My line is Toledo by 3 total 153 and 3/5. And it's 3.5 and 158.5. I'm going to take the under. East Carolina, Tulane at 7. My line's Tulane 13.3 total 148 and 11/20. And it's 11.5 and 153.5 under. Summit League first round, North Dakota, Denver. My line is Denver 5.3 total 145 and 3/4. And it's essentially a pick 'em. And 150.5 with a slight lean to Denver. So I'm going to go Denver into pick 'em, minus 108. MVC quarterfinal, Murray State, Drake. My line's Drake 10.7 total 141. And it's 10.5 and 141.5. That's the closest projection I've had all show. Slight under. Dayton, St. Louis, ESPN2. My line is St. Louis 1.5 total 138.5. And it is Dayton 1.5 total 137.5. I'm going to take St. Louis plus the 1.5 and minus 102 to win. Miami of Ohio and Buffalo. My line's Buffalo 7.7 total 152. And it's 8.5 and 152.5. Slight lean Miami of Ohio, believe it or not. Central Michigan, Western Michigan. My line is Western 2.3 total 141 and 11/20, and it's 5.5 and 137.5. I'll take the over. 7:30 VMI Chattanooga first round SoCon. My line is Chattanooga 11.7 total 145 and 7/10. And it's 12.5 and 148.5. Under. Abilene Christian, Sam Houston. My line's Sam Houston 8.7 total 138 and 7/10. And it's 7.5 and 133.5. Over. 8 o'clock. ESPNU. OVC semifinal. Southeast Missouri State, Morehead State. My line is Morehead 6.7 total 145 and 3/20. And it's 2.5 and 142.5. I'm going to lay the points with Morehead. Big South quarterfinal, Winthrop, Radford. My line's Winthrop 0.5 total 141 and 3/10. And Radford's a 1.5 point favorite. Total's 140.5. Give me Winthrop plus 1.5 and plus 106 to win. Stephen F. Austin, Utah Valley. My line's Utah Valley 4.7 total 143 and 9/10. It's 8.5 and 142.5. Give me Stephen F. Austin plus the points. Eastern Michigan, Northern Illinois. My line's Northern 3.3 total 149 and 3/4. And we have here I cannot find this game posted, which is very odd. 5.5 and 149.5. I'm going to take Eastern Michigan plus the points. Bowling Green, Ohio. My line is Ohio by 11 total 152 and 3/5. And it's 9.5 and 156.5. Under. WCC second round, 9 o'clock, Portland, BYU. My line's BYU by 6 total 150. And it's 6.5 and 155.5. Under. Cal Baptist, Southern Utah. My line's Southern 3.3 total 143 and 4/5. And it's 6.5 and 146.5. I'm going to take Cal Baptist plus the points. Grand Canyon, Utah Tech. My line is Grand Canyon by 10, total 144 and a tenth. And it's 1.5 and 146.5. I'll lay the 1.5 with Grand Canyon. 9:30, Summer League first round, Omaha, UMKC. My line is UMKC by 4, total 138 and 7/10. And it's Omaha by 1.5, total 133.5. I think the wrong team is favored here. So I'm going to go with UMKC plus the 1.5 at minus 105 to win. MVC first round, Missouri State, Southern Illinois. Quarterfinal. My line is Southern 5.3, total 128 and 13/20. And it's 2.5 and 119.5. Ooh, that's a low total. Give me the over. Texas, Arlington, Seattle at 10. My line is Seattle 12.3 to 135 and 13/20. And it's 7.5 and 134.5. I'll lay it with Seattle. Tennessee Martin, Tennessee Tech, 10:30 OVC semifinal. My line is Tennessee Martin 5.3 to 150.25. And this game's obviously on ESPNU. And it's 2.5 and 153.5. So a 2.8 point edge on Tennessee Martin. And over 3 of the under, so the pick's the under. 11 o'clock, Fox Sports 1, New Mexico, Colorado State. Mine's New Mexico 2.3 to 147 and 9/10. And it's 2.5 and 152.5 under. And last but not least, 11:30, West Coast Conference second round. Pacific San Francisco. Mine San Francisco 6.3 to 130 or 151 and 7/20. And it's 7.5 and 152.5. I'm gonna go with a slight lean towards Pacific. All right, Saturday notables. 12 o'clock, CBS, number 2, Alabama, number 24, Texas A&M, ESPN2, Iowa State at number 7, Baylor. On Fox, Seton Hall at number 20, Providence. SoCon quarterfinal, Furman, and we don't know who yet. CAA second round, Elon and William & Mary. I went over my projected point spreads for some of these games in the preview podcasts for these other tournaments, so go check those out. Big South semifinal, we don't know who that will be yet. ESPN News, Penn, Princeton, ESPN Ohio State, Michigan State. 12:30 Sunbelt quarterfinal, South Alabama, Southern Miss. USA Network, George Mason, Richmond. 1 o'clock, America East quarterfinal, Bryant, New Hampshire. And also Binghamton, UMBC. SEC Network, Georgia, South Carolina. 2 o'clock on Fox, St. John's at number 6, Marquette. Number 11, Kansas State at West Virginia. ESPN number 12, Tennessee at Auburn. ESPN2, Louisville at number 13, Virginia. Number 23, Kentucky at Arkansas. Big South semifinal, don't know yet. Loyola Chicago, LaSalle, Duquesne, Fordham. SoCon quarterfinal, East Tennessee State, Western Carolina. CAA second round, Drexel against the winner of today's Monmouth Hampton game. ESPNU, Georgia Tech, BU. St. Bonaventure, UMass, 3 o'clock, number 22, TCU at Oklahoma. Sunbelt quarterfinal, Troy, James Madison. MVC semifinal on CBS Sports Network at 3:30, we don't know yet. SEC Network, Ole Miss, Missouri. 4 o'clock, ESPN, number 3, Kansas. Number 9, Texas. That's probably the game of the day. That's where game day should be. But instead, favoritism relies towards a rivalry that's not special this year. AEC quarterfinal, Maine, UMass, Lowell. CBS, Stanford, Oregon. ESPN2, Florida State, Virginia Tech. San Jose State Air Force. 4:30 VCU, George Washington. 5 o'clock, Wake, Syracuse. UNLV, Nevada. Pac-12 Network, 5:30 Utah, Colorado. 6 o'clock, ACC Network. The game for the 1 seed in the ACC tournament, number 25 Pitt at number 16 Miami. Sunbelt quarterfinal, Texas State Marshall. SoCon quarterfinal, Stanford against we don't know who yet. NEC semifinals, Sacred Heart Merrimack. MVC semifinal, 6 o'clock, we don't know yet. CAA second round, Stony Brook and NCAT. ESPN2, Oklahoma State, Texas Tech. SEC Network, LSU, Florida. 6:30, ESPN Duke, Carolina. That's where game day is. Again, favoritism towards this rivalry in a year where it's down is ridiculous. I get it. It's Duke, Carolina. But game day should be in Austin. And maybe it's karma because of the Chris Beard situation. I don't know. But Austin should be where game day is this week. Fox Sports 1, Butler at number 19, Xavier. AEC quarterfinal, NJT, Vermont. Summit League quarterfinal, Oral Roberts against unknown opponent. 7:30 on Fox, number 14, UConn at Villanova. Big Sky first round, Idaho and Northern Arizona. The OVC finals at 8 o'clock on ESPN2. NEC semifinals, St. Fair, PA, Fairleigh Dickinson. Pac-12 Network, Cal, Oregon State. ACC Network, Notre Dame, Clemson. CBS Sports Network, Davidson, Rhode Island. 8:30 Sun Belt quarterfinal, Georgia Southern, Louisiana. SoCon quarterfinal, Wofford and UNC Greensboro. CAA second round, Northeastern Delaware. Mississippi State, Vanderbilt. 9 o'clock Fox Sports 1, Creighton, DePaul. Boise, Utah State. ESPNU, Hawaii, Santa Barbara. Summit League quarterfinal, we don't know who yet, against South Dakota State at 9:30. 10 o'clock ESPN, number 8, Arizona at number 4, UCLA. This should also be in the running for game day as well. But again, Duke, Carolina is more important. I would have been okay with this one too. There are two better options on the board for college game day, but no. Duke, Carolina is so special. We don't care what their records are. They have to have game day. But the Pac-12 and the Big 12 were absolutely robbed. I think they should be in Austin because of Kansas's pursuit of the number 1 overall seed, and Texas is having a great year themselves as well. But Arizona, UCLA could also have an argument for that. CBS Sports Network, Wyoming at number 18, San Diego State. Big Sky first round, Northern Colorado, Portland State. ESPN2, we don't know who against Loyola Marymount. And 11 o'clock on Fox Sports 1, Arizona State, USC. Sunday games of note, 12 o'clock CBS, number 1 Houston at Memphis. Big Ten Network, number 21 Maryland at Penn State. CAA quarterfinal will be Hofstra against unknown opponent. 12:30 on Fox, Illinois, number 5 Purdue. Big South final, 1 o'clock ESPN2. 2 o'clock CBS Sports Network, Patriot League semifinal, Army Colgate. MVC final, 2 o'clock CBS Sports Network. We don't know who that will be yet. Or it'll be on, I think it's on regular CBS, believe it or not. ESPNU, South Florida, Wichita State. Temple, Tulane. ECU, UCF. SMU, Cincinnati. Big Ten Network, Nebraska, Iowa. CAA quarterfinal, 2:30. We don't know who against UNC Wilmington. 3 o'clock ESPN2, ASUN final, Liberty, Kennesaw State. I actually have projections out for this one. I have Liberty 1.7, total 140, and a 20th. SoCon semifinal, 4 o'clock ESPNU. CBS Sports Network, Patriot League semifinal, American Lafayette. 4:30 CBS, Michigan at number 15, Indiana. Southland first round, 6 o'clock Big East, and A&M Commerce. We have Sunbelt semifinal, CAA quarterfinal, we don't know who against Charleston. SoCon semifinal, 6:30 ESPN News, we don't know who yet. Summit League quarterfinal, 7 o'clock St. Thomas and Western Illinois. 7:30 Big Sky second round, we don't know who against Eastern Washington. Big Ten Network, Northwestern Rutgers. Fox Sports 1, Wisconsin, Minnesota. 8:30 Southland first round, New Orleans and Houston Christian. Sunbelt semifinal, CAA quarterfinal, Towson, we don't know who yet. 9:30 Summit League quarterfinal, South Dakota, North Dakota State. And 10 o'clock Big Sky second round, we don't know who against Montana State. All right, now we'll move on to the NBA. We'll go over yesterday's short window, and we will look ahead to tonight and the weekend. And I might go on another media rant here in this segment. Thursday results, Wiz over to Raptors 119-108, Mavs over to Sixers 133-126, Spurs over to Pacers 110-99, and the Warriors over to Clippers 115-91. All right, tonight's game, 7 o'clock, you have the Magic and the Hornets. My line is the Magic 4 1/4, total 227 and 9/20. And we have here 3.5 and 227.5. Slight this leans to Orlando. 7:30 Blazers Hawks. My line's Hawks 5.5 total 232 and 3/20. And 6.5 and 241.5 under. 7:30 ESPN Nets Celtics. This game should not be on ESPN. I think it should be Knicks Heat or even Jazz Thunder. My line is Boston 13 and 3/4 total 228 and 2/5. And it's 11 and 228.5. I'm going to lay the 11 with the Celtics. 8 o'clock, Knicks Heat. My line is the Heat by 1, a quarter total 221 and 3/4. And it is Knicks by 3, total 216. Whoo! Unreal. When's the last time the Knicks were favored in Miami? Probably a long time ago. And guess what? I would take the Heat, but the podcast place would be the over. Suns Bulls. My line is the Suns by 3, total 224 and 2/5. And it's 4 and 223. Take a slight over. Jazz Thunder. My line is the Jazz by 3/4, so 234 and 3/10. And it's 1.5 and 231. I like the over in that game. A rare over I like in the 230s. 10 o'clock ESPN Grizzlies Nuggets. My line is the Nuggets by 12, total 228 and 3/4. And it's 5 and 234.5. Woo! Give me Denver. Pelicans Warriors. My line is the Pelicans by a half, total 231 and 17/20. And it's Golden State 4.5, total 230.5. Give me the Pelicans plus 4.5 and plus 160 to win. Clippers Kings. My line is the Kings 10.5, total 231 and 7/10. And it's 5.5 and 239.5 under. And last but not least, 10:30 Timberwolves Lakers. My line is the Timberwolves by 1 3/4, total 232 and 9/10. And it's Lakers by 1, total 227.5. I'll take the over. All right, Saturday, 5 o'clock Raptors Wizards, 7:30 Pistons Cavs, 8 o'clock Hawks Heat, Rockets Spurs, ABC 8:30 Sixers Bucks, and 10 o'clock Timberwolves Kings. And then Sunday, 1 o'clock on ABC, Suns Mavs, 3:30 Pacers Bulls, and on ABC Warriors Lakers, 6 o'clock Hornets Nets, Blazers Magic, 7 o'clock Spurs Rockets, Jazz Thunder, 7:30 ESPN Knicks Celtics. You also have Bucks Wizards, and then 10 o'clock you have the Grizzlies and the Clippers. All right, I have an issue here. I like the idea of Mike Breen calling a double, but he should be doing a double in terms of one game Saturday, one game Sunday. He should be on Sixers Milwaukee. That is the best game of the 3 games that are on ABC, and not the Lakers, who get favoritism day in and day out. I understand Curry's coming back from Golden State, and that's another team that gets favoritism in the TV media by the top teams going there. But Mike Breen, Jeff Van Gundy, and Mark Jackson should be calling Sixers Bucks on Saturday night and then Knicks Celtics on Sunday night. And then you're going to say Madison. If they're calling Knicks Celtics, then that's favoritism too, because Mike Breen gets the Knicks, which is also true. ESPN tends to put Mike Breen on a lot of Knicks games on ESPN, but that hasn't happened that much this season as much as it used to happen. But that's to ESPN's credit. But I firmly believe that they should be on Sixers Bucks, which is the best game that is on ESPN networks the entire weekend. And if they have a second game, it should be Knicks Celtics, because the Knicks have won 7 straight to this point. Who knows? They might lose tonight in Miami. But say they win that game, they'd have an 8-game winning streak against the Celtics, who have been the best team in the NBA the vast majority of the season. And oh, by the way, LeBron's not playing tonight or this weekend, if I didn't mention that already. And you could argue that the Mike Breen group belongs in Dallas. Like, that's a better game than Golden State Lakers too. But honestly, it should be Sixers Bucks on Saturday night for them, and then Knicks Celtics on Sunday. All right, hockey. We'll go over the results from yesterday. Look ahead to the weekend ahead. Bruins over to Sabres 7-1. Sens over to Rangers 5-3. Kraken over to Red Wings 5-4 in OT. Preds over to Panthers 2-1. Penguins over to Lightning 5-4 OT. Stars over to Blackhawks 5-2. Leafs over to Flames 2-1. Wild over to Canucks 2-1. Kings over to Canadiens 3-2. Blues over to Sharks 6-3. 5 games tonight, 7 o'clock. The Kraken and the Blue Jackets. The Kraken are minus 164. Columbus is plus 136. Over under 6.5. Overs minus 118. Unders minus 104. Kraken minus 1.5 is plus 148. Columbus plus 1.5 is minus 184. I'm going to go Kraken in regulation minus 104. 9 o'clock, Jets Oilers. Oilers minus 156. Jets plus 130. Over under 6.5. Overs minus 128. Unders plus 104. Jets plus 1.5 is minus 178. Oilers minus 1.5 is plus 144. That's a tough one. But I'm going to go with Edmonton regulation even money. 9:30, Canes Coyotes. Canes minus 385. Coyotes 3-1. Over under 6. Overs minus 115. Unders minus 105. Canes minus 1.5 is minus 144. Coyotes plus 1.5 is plus 118. I like the over. Habs Ducks. Ducks minus 126. Canadiens plus 105. Over under 6.5. Overs even money. Unders minus 122. Habs plus 1.5 is minus 230. Ducks minus 1.5 is plus 188. I'm going Montreal plus 105. Devils Golden Knights. Devils minus 114. Vegas minus 105. Over under 6. Overs minus 118. Unders minus 104. Devils minus 1.5 is plus 20. Vegas plus 1.5 is minus 280. I'm going to go with the Golden Knights at home at minus 105. Saturday, 12:30. Red Wings Islanders. Lightning Sabres. 1 o'clock. ABC. Rangers Bruins. 3:30 ABC. Avs Stars. 6 o'clock. Pens Panthers. Sharks hosting the Caps. 7 o'clock, Blue Jackets Sens, Leafs Canucks on NHL Network. Oilers Jets, 8 o'clock, Preds Blackhawks, 10 o'clock, Wild Flames, 10:30, Blues Kings. Sunday, 3 o'clock, TNT Lightning Hurricanes, 6 o'clock, Red Wings Flyers, Canadiens Golden Knights, 7 o'clock, Devils Coyotes, and 9 o'clock, give the Kraken and the Avalanche. All right, spring training for baseball. We'll go over results from yesterday and look ahead to the weekend. Yanks over to Pirates 9-1. Red Sox over to Phils 15-3. Astros over to Cards 6-0. Marlins Nationals 5-5 tie. Twins over to Rays 4-2. Tigers over to Orioles 10-3. Pirates Blue Jays 2-2 tie. Braves over to Mets 6-2. Royals over to Angels 8-4. D-backs Dodgers 5-5 tie. Cubs over to A's 6-1. Guardians over to Giants 4-3. White Sox over to Rockies 6-4. Mariners over to Padres 5-4. And Rangers over to Brewers 7-4. All right, today, 1 o'clock, Braves, Astros, Red Sox, Twins, Marlins, Cardinals, Tigers, Phillies, Rays, Blue Jays, Nats, Mets, Reds, White Sox at 3, Rockies, Giants, Royals, A's, Brewers, Guardians, Giants, Rangers, Dodgers, Angels, Mariners, D-backs, Pirates, Orioles at 6, 6:30, Tigers, Yankees, 8:40, Cubs, Padres. Saturday, 1 o'clock, Rays, Yankees, Braves, Orioles, Astros, Red Sox, Twins, Braves, Cards, Nats, Pirates, Phils, Blue Jays, Tigers, Mets, Marlins, 3 o'clock, Angels, Cubs, D-backs, Giants, Guardians, A's, Royals, Reds, Rangers, White Sox, Rockies, Mariners, Padres, D-backs, Giants, Brewers, Reds, A's at 4, and at 8, Dodgers, Royals. Sunday, Yankees, Braves, Orioles, Rays, Tigers, Twins, Marlins, Red Sox, Twins, Pirates, Mets, Cardinals, Nats, Astros, Phils, Blue Jays, 3 o'clock, Angels, Rangers, D-backs, Guardians, White Sox, Dodgers, Royals, Giants, Cubs, Rockies, Reds, Angels, Mariners, Brewers, A's, Padres, and 4 o'clock you have the Reds and the Athletics. All right, soccer. We'll go over the results from yesterday of note, and then we have MLS to do, so we'll just go rapid fire here because of time. All right, Spanish La Liga today, 3 o'clock, your Real Sociedad and Cadiz. Sociedad's minus 210. Cadiz is plus 650. Draw plus 280. Cadiz is playing good soccer right now. I'm tempted to pick the draw, but I'm not going to go there. Over 2.5 goals plus 140. All right, Saturday, 8 o'clock, Getafe, Girona, 10:15, Almeria, Villarreal, 12:30, Mallorca, Elche, and 3 o'clock, Atletico, Sevilla. German Bundesliga today, 2:30 of Dortmund and RP Leipzig. Borussia plus 115, RP Leipzig plus 210, draw plus 250. Dortmund's hot, I'm taking them plus 115. Saturday, 9:30, Union Berlin, Cologne, Gladbach, Freiburg, Augsburg, Bremen, Mainz, Hoffenheim, Bochum, Schalke, and 12:30 Stuttgart and Bayern. Sunday, 9:30 Leverkusen and Hertha, and 11:30 Wolfsburg and Frankfurt. Serie A today, 2:45. You have Napoli and Lazio. Actually, a really good game. Napoli's minus 170, Lazio plus 460, draw plus 280. I'm going to go over 2.5 goals at minus 104. Saturday, 9 o'clock, Monza and Empoli, 12 o'clock, Atalanta and Udinese, 2:45, Fiorentina and Milan. Sunday, 6:30, Spezia, Verona, 9 o'clock, Sampdoria and Salernitana, 12 o'clock, Inter Milan and Lecce, and 2:45, you have AS Roma and Juventus. All right, French League 1, 3 o'clock today, you have Nice and Auxerre. So, Nice is minus 170, Auxerre 490, draw 260. Nice is red hot. I'm going to go over 2.5 goals plus 112. Saturday, 11 o'clock, Lens and Lille, 3 o'clock, PSG and Nantes. Sunday, 7 o'clock, Troyes and Monaco, 9 o'clock, Montpellier, Angers, Reims, AC Ajaccio, Strasbourg, Brest, Toulouse, Clermont Foot, 11 o'clock, Lyon and Lorient, and 2:45, Rennes and Marseille. Liga MX. Tonight, 8 o'clock, you have Mazatlan and Cruz Azul. Cruz Azul's a minus 105 favorite. Mazatlan's plus 270, draw plus 240. Cruz Azul's hot. I'm taking them on the road, minus 105. Necaxa and Tigres. Tigres minus 130. Necaxa plus 350, draw plus 250. I'm going to go over 2.5 goals, minus 112. And 10:15, Tijuana and Atlas. Tijuana plus 125, Atlas plus 210, draw plus 220. That's a tough one. I'm going to go with the draw here at plus 220. Saturday, 6 o'clock, Leon and Athletic San Luis. 8 o'clock, America and Pachuca. Monterrey and Juarez. And 10 o'clock, Guadalajara and Santos. Sunday, 1 o'clock, UNAM and Puebla. And 8 o'clock, Querétaro and Toluca. English League Championship, 3 o'clock, Hull and West Brom. Hull's 250, West Brom's 115, draws 210. That's a tough one. Because I don't know if I really trust West Brom on the road, but I'm going to do it anyway. Plus 115. And then Saturday, you have a lot. 7:30, Blackburn, Sheffield United, Cardiff, Bristol City. 10 o'clock, Blackpool, Burnley, Huddersfield, Coventry, Luton, Swansea, Borough, Reading, Millwall, Norwich City, Rotherham, QPR, Sunderland, Stoke, Watford, Preston, and Wigan and Birmingham. And the Dutch, 2 o'clock, FC Utrecht and Fortuna. Just going to pull that up real quick. FC is minus 185. Fortuna plus 430. Draws 3-1. I'm going to go under 2.5 goals at plus 104. And Vitesse and AZ Alkmaar. Vitesse is plus 210. AZ Alkmaar plus 115. Draws plus 230. I'm going to go with the draw at plus 230. I have a feeling about that. Saturday, FC Volendam and Emmen at 12:45, 2 o'clock. You have Feyenoord and FC Groningen, and 3 o'clock FC Twente and Heerenveen. Sunday, 6:15, Excelsior Sparta, 8:30, RKC Waalwijk and PSV, 10:45, Ajax and NAC, and 2 o'clock, you have Cambuur and the Go-Ahead Eagles. English Premier League Saturday, 7:30, Man City, Newcastle, 10 o'clock, Arsenal, Bournemouth, Aston Villa, Crystal Palace, Brighton, West Ham, Chelsea, Leeds, Wolves, Tottenham at 12:30, Southampton and Leicester. And then Sunday, Nottingham Forest and Everton at 9 and 11:30, Liverpool and Manchester United. And then Major League Soccer will close out the segment. All right, so 4:30 of LAFC and Portland on Saturday. I'm going to give out as my pick over 3.5 goals plus 140. Atlanta, Toronto. Draw plus 330 is a good pick. Columbus, DC United. I'm going to go under 2.5 goals plus 110. Miami, Philly. I'm going to go with the Union on the money line, plus 105. New England, Houston. I'm going to go with under 2.5 goals plus 134. Red Bulls home opener against the Nashville SC. I'm going to go with the Red Bulls at home at even money. Orlando, Cincinnati. Ooh. I'm going to go with Orlando and their home opener at even money. 8:30, Austin and CF Montreal. Austin at even money. Chicago, NYCFC. If NYCFC doesn't win this one, it's going to be a long year, potentially. I'm taking them on the road, plus 175. Dallas and the Galaxy. Dallas at home, plus 110, home opener. St. Louis and Charlotte. I can't believe St. Louis won its first game. This absolutely screams letdown. Give me Charlotte, plus 160. 9:30, Colorado and Kansas City. I'm going to go with the draw, plus 260. San Jose, Vancouver. San Jose, minus 110. And at 10:30, Seattle, Salt Lake. I'm going to go with under 2.5 goals at plus 108. All right, now we'll move on to golf. We'll go over the leaderboard. It's for Arnold Palmer and the Puerto Rico Open. We'll start with Arnold Palmer. Your leader right now, 7 under, John Rahm. Tied for second, 6 under, Kurt Katayama and Patrick Cantlay. Tied for fourth with 5 under, Chris Kirk, Cam Young, Davis Riley, Adam Scott, and Ben Griffin. Tied for ninth with 4 under. Just look at the notables because of time here. Adam Schenk, Scotty Scheffler, Jordan Spieth, Aaron Rice, Xander Schauffele, Ricky Fowler, Max Homa, Francesco Molinari. Tied for 17th with 3 under, Adam Putnam, Thomas Dietrich, Harry English, Nate Taylor, Trey Mullinax, Martin Laird, Max Homa, Corey Connors, Emiliano Grillo. Tied for 26 with 2 under, Pat Zero, Wyndham Clark, Matt Fitzpatrick, Keith Mitchell, Ben Taylor, Robbie Shelton, Tony Finau, Tyrell Hatton, Sepp Straka, Hideki Matsuyama. Tied for 40th with 1 under, Siwoo Kim, Victor Hovland, Jason Day, Sungjae Im, Ryan Palmer, Grayson Sieg, Matthew Neesmith, Tommy Fleetwood, Peter Malnati. Tied for 59th at even C. Thiglia, Justin Thomas, Seamus Power, Mackenzie Hughes, Eric Cook. Tied for 69th at 1 over Alex Noren, Stuart Sink, Taylor Hogue, Zach Johnson, Will Zauer, Latourus, Will Gordon, Webb Simpson, Christian Ziedenhout, Rory McIlroy. Tied for 81st at 2 over Callum Tarrant, Sam Ryder, Lucas Herbert, J.J. Spawn, Lucas Glover, Colin Morikawa, Justin Rose, Brendan Todd, Gary Woodland. Tied for 95th with 3 over. Robert Brem, Brett Horschel, Adam Hadwin, Bayo Hostler. Tied for 107th with 4 over, Joseph Brumlett. Tied for 111th with 5 over, Luke List. Tied for 114th with 6 over, Kevin Kisner, Joel Dahm, and Troy Merritt. And that's really it for Arnold Palmer. Now, Puerto Rico. Your leader right now, 12 under, Cam Young. He's running away with it. Tied for second with 7 under, Alonso Goya and Chris Stroud. Tied for 4th with 6 under, Wesley Bryant, Jason Duffner. Tied for 9th with 5 under, Scott Piercy, Nicholas Echeverria, Paul Haley, Victor Norman, Scott Stevens. Tied for 17th with 4 under, Camilo Vegas, Andrew Novak, Andrew Landry. Matthias Schmidt. Tied for 25th with 3 under, Bryce Garnett, Henrik Norlander, DJ Tran, Grayson Chalmers, Richie Wierenski, Evan Van Royen, Scott Harrington. Tied for 40th with 2 under, Nate Goodwin, Kevin Stadler, Hank Lebioda, Nate Watney, MJ Daffé. Tied for 55th with 1 under, Nate Lashley. Tied for 69th at even, Ben Crane, Scott Brown. Tied for 94th with 3 over, D8 points. Tied for 101st with 5 over, Cam Piercy, Bo Van Pelt. And withdrawing from the competition is Cameron Beckman. All right, now we'll move on to NASCAR. I'll give out my 3 picks for the races this weekend in Las Vegas. First up is the Truck Series tonight, 9 o'clock on Fox Sports 1. So, if I'm not mistaken, I think I picked this driver to win the Daytona 500. But I'm going to go with him here because he has some good history here at this track. So, to win the Victorious Vice Foundation 200, I'm going to go with Stuart Friesen at 18-1. Xfinity Series, the Alsco Uniforms 300, tomorrow 4:30 on Fox Sports 1. This is somebody that I think is due to come through. Here's a big number, but I think he has a real shot. I'm going to go with a pretty good long shot, 50-1. Daniel Hemrick to win the Alsco Uniforms 300. And last but not least, the Cup Series, 3:30 on Fox on Sunday. The Pennzoil 400 presented by Jiffy Lube. There's a couple I had in mind, but this driver's been off to a good start this season, and I think that he has a realistic chance to win this race, and he has some good history here at Vegas. I'm going to go with Alex Bowman at 20-1 to win the Pennzoil 400. All right, now I'm going to move on to news and notes. There's not a lot today, so that's good. So hockey's been dominating the news because of the trades, but the big one yesterday, Jonathan Quick, after it was reported he was dealt to Columbus, deals him to the Kings for like a 7th-round pick and another prospect. So change of scenery potentially for Quick going on a good team. I think he's kind of washed, but maybe he turns back the clock a little bit. Max Domi was traded to the Dallas Stars from the Chicago Blackhawks. As Chicago gets back goalie Antoine Kudabin in a 2025 second-round pick. I think that is a wonderful trade for the Dallas Stars. I think he'd be a great fit with Tyler Seguin. The Oilers acquire Nick Bjugstad from the Arizona Coyotes. Oilers just keep getting depth pieces after the big deal for Alcom. And Nick Bonino traded back to the Pittsburgh Penguins. As he was traded from the Sharks back to Pittsburgh. I think Pittsburgh's got to do more than Bonino and Granlund. Come on. I mean, they have till 3 o'clock today. But nice move nevertheless. So some college basketball stuff. Detroit Mercy guard Antoine Davis finishes 4 points short of Peter Maravich's NCAA Division I scoring record. That is just crazy. There were punches thrown in a Ohio Valley tournament quarterfinal last night. As 3 players were ejected. The Milwaukee Bucks has emerged as a frontrunner to sign Goran Dragic after being waived by the Bulls. LeBron James has a tendon injury, reevaluated in 3 weeks, as the Lakers announced, so that's not great for the Lakers. Bryce Young addresses size concerns as he weighs around 200 pounds and is confident his size won't impact his NFL potential. Rashad Bateman calls out Eric DaCosta as Eric DaCosta shaded the team's receivers. Yikes. Jaguars the franchise tag Evan Ingram as he would make $11.4 million next year if he and the team don't agree to a long-term deal. Saquon Barkley to get the Giants tag if Daniel Jones is re-signed. Joe Shane made some interesting comments about Daniel Jones yesterday. There's a lot of people or not a lot of people, but there's some thought that Jones might not be back. They really, there's a lot of rumors that they like Anthony Richardson, which that would be just dumb. I think he's going to potentially be a bust. So we'll see. He made some interesting comments. And he said, he apparently said, apparently he's leaking, unreasonable demands from Daniel Jones in order to make it easier to walk. So apparently, things are not going well there. So we'll see. And then Leo Messi was threatened in an attack as a gunman left a threatening message after attacking a supermarket owned by his wife's family in Argentina, which is crazy. Just hope everything's okay out there. And then Leo will also give golden phones to all Argentina players and staff who won the World Cup, which is awesome. Alrighty. last but not least, my best bet of the day brought to you by FanDuel. I need to go back to the baby. That's been money for me all year long. I've been in an awful slump in best bet over the past month. 0-2 to start March, which is not great, as I'm going to go lay a quarter unit on the Denver Nuggets minus the 5 at home against the Memphis Grizzlies. So, that is going to be my best bet of the day. Denver minus 5 at minus 106 at home against the Memphis Grizzlies. That's it for the show. I'll be back on Monday recapping everything from the weekend and such. Hope you guys have a good one, everyone.